Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. Hopefully everybody's vibing, enjoying, and just, having a good time over here on Game of Thrones Kingsroad. As you all know, there is a lot of content in this game we can go through when it comes to different things to spend your RP on, and some of it might just be overwhelming for you guys and just a bit too much to kind of handle. Today, we're going to talk about some of the content you can go and spend your RP points on, and if they're worth it, and some of the best things to kind of aim for when it comes to those contents. If you're in need of these currencies, I'll tell you where to get them, and the best way to kind of approach these, again, contents. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Also, here today, pretty much with this video, I'm going to be submitting it to the, obviously, Creator Program to, again, get you guys the gift code. So just make sure you guys have supported up so I can send it out right away. Pretty much how Never responds to it is 12 hours after the video is, like, kind of given to them. They accept it, and then pretty much, I have a gift code that I can send out. If you'd like to, again, get those gift codes, link down below in the pinned comment or description. Make sure to do so in order to get some freebies. Yes, first gift code should be there in your accounts in about 12 hours. Get ready. And again, thank you for all the support. It helps out a ton. So let's hop into it over here. First things first. To view most of the content, you should be just going through the map and clicking over here and pretty much just searching around. So to unlock two of the contents, just to make this clear, the one over here at Castle Black, these two contents being the Beyond the Wall expedition, which is for some reason bugged out for me. It won't let me enter even though I've explored the region already or explored that area. Over here we have Wormwalks. So these are two considerably, you would say, endgame content. You reach it pretty late into the story. It's not like a cakewalk into getting here. You need a pretty good amount of also momentum to make this point. I think it's like 30k, I think, to reach these at this point. So be aware, like if you're like, hey, I'm like 17k, that's kind of how far. It's like you're 13k off. It's a lot of momentum, it's a lot of difference. That's kind of how to gauge how far you get to these contents. But one of the earlier contents you'll get into, which is probably one of the better contents to kind of use your RP points on, that is, again, after you go through most of the map. Remember, the first thing, where is good RP used? It's clearing your first rewards in each of the contents. Let's say Lonely Hills. Let's say you haven't already done one of these tree events, and there's multiple across the map here. You will get a bunch of jewelry from this, which will help you either enhance jewelry or craft jewelry, correct? Because again, as you're progressing, enhancing it helps. Swapping out some of the pieces that you get, it helps. Jewelry is a very big part of momentum gain. Just make that clear. A very, very big part. And there's a lot of cheat codes to kind of get past this. And just simply using jewelry to move your momentum up a lot. That I'll talk about in a future video. But for now, it's like a whole deep dive to show you. But it's pretty nice. So where to spend RP first? Mainly look around for camps. Clear these camps out because they have a first clear reward. I don't know if I have a camp that still has one. I have cleared out most of them. Is this one up here? Nope. I don't think I have one. There are, like this. I don't think I cleared this yet. Yeah, so these have like first clear rewards. Do those first before anything, because the first clear rewards give you trait points. They give you books. They give you building materials. Those are things that help you obviously progress and get you more momentum, and in turn get you more effects and such. So that's first. But beyond that, Altar of Memories. This is a very big one, right? This is a content you unlock very, very early on to the game. I'd say maybe an hour or two into the game, right? Very, very early on, you unlock this content, and this content is pretty important. With this one, what does this exactly turn into? So right now, I have two of them unlocked. I think I'm almost there to the third one. I have the spider one unlocked. I have the blue, basically the wyvern type thing unlocked. How this works is, for each of the ones you level up into, you unlock now a higher tier of gear. You obviously have 5 at the highest, but you're not going to reach that for a very long time. For now, you'll probably get around, like maybe 3 within the next month or so, and that's okay, right? It's a slow grind, but you'll get there. Pretty much, this is a simple content for just farming gear and getting that done. Again, don't be fooled by seeing, oh my god, it's legendary gear. Keep hitting this plus icon. You will mostly drop like very blue areas, maybe green. It's rare that I've seen that many legendaries actually dropping this content. But again, it's still worth it. If you need to go and, let's say, set research, if you need to do that, this is where you get most of the specific ones from. On top of that, it has decent rates still. And then before anything else, yes, dropping maybe a gold out of this over here, a gold 2-piece, or a gold level 2, sorry, is great. So it's a good content. It's again, a 4-player content, co-op content. I will say for the most part, when you are accepting the matchmaking, verify that you're not getting like a level 10 or a level 12 player, because they're possible to get in there as people who are swapping accounts, right? As in playing on alt in the context that they're using a different set or class, right? Just verify you are going with like higher tier players, because you want to still make sure you achieve a higher number. So let's say like you're only achieving like 5-minute clear time, 6-minute clear time, which that matters, right? That clearly plays a fact into it, because you get less and less rewards the longer you take, right? For example, here, So 180 seconds to 4600. So you want to try to aim for gold, and if you know that like this team is not going to achieve that for me, it might just be better to get like a quicker clear over here and be able to pick up like the higher tier box, right? Pick up this box over here that still has higher like gold, right? For example, I have level 2 purples that still aren't beating my level 1 golds, because that's how it works. So a good content to get the gear that you need and to upgrade the gear that you need and to do set research. That's where you can gain more momentum, and a lot of momentum, right? Because you get set effects, you get more effects, stuff like that. Dragon, a great one over here. I may have to pause the video and go do that because I haven't done that today. I need to get my runs in for that. So I might have to do a little pause in the video and then come back, but I got a few minutes till then. It's like 5 minutes then, so let's get moving. But next content over here, it's this one. So in order, you'll unlock Wormwalks first. You know what? I'm going to show you Wormwalks first because it's a better content for most of you, right? Plus, I don't have to go there anyways. So let's see. Wormwalk over here. I can hit Enter Dungeon, and it's like this. If you've played gotchas before or games before, you 1,000,000,000% know what this content is. It's a simple unlock content. You keep progressing, you keep unlocking more rewards, and if you actually do things correctly, you unlock this many rewards. For example, over here, it's simple. So if I defeat all enemies and I take damage 5 times or less, I was just messing around with this, but you get what? You get over here relic finders. Over here you get XP. Dude, you get actually good rewards in here. For example, some more basic skill points. This is a good way, very good way by the way, to get momentum up, just saying. Because over here, for example, you get some level 2s, which is a blue bag. Could get you some really good stuff over here. Some more skill points, some more finders, right, or rune runners. Over here, 2 of these, which is jewelry. And then you keep going over here for like, you're gonna get into like harder territory and such, but again, more of those, more points. Over here, some sigils, right, which is super good. And then over here, as you reach like a milestone, which is like 15, yep, 15, you get 4 legendary ones. Yes, they're not guaranteed to be legendary, but still. Over here, I did pick up, I don't know how many of these I opened up, but I picked up my first legendary from this recently, which I was super happy about. So you like, if you're asking like how much do you gain from a legendary, it's about like 2k momentum from a legendary. It's insane how much a legendary gives you. So this is super good, but this is a content it's very easy to go through when it comes to missions. Like for example, 2 minutes, take less than 5 hits. Come on, you got this, right? Especially the momentum you have. It's a super easy content. I don't think I need to show you this one. I think you kind of understand this one. It's again very straightforward, and it's just it's a basic Claire content. You just go through it and you get rewards. That's it. If you have played gotchas that have a roguelike, that's what the term is for this content, that's what this is. It's a roguelike, which pretty much is like a long-form content. Sadly, this game really does focus a lot more on co-op, right? In a lot of regions. Well, I'm not saying sadly that, but I'm saying sadly, these 2 contents, which would be super cool to be like a co-op content, they're not. So the main co-op content kind of like Dragon. The main co-op content is kind of, what is the other one? Altar. Sadly, these 2 aren't. I'd rather have them as co-op, but in my opinion, again, that's just, you know, kind of how I see it, but this is what this is. So pretty much Beyond the Wall Expedition, you could pick up jewelry from this one. So for anybody asking, like, how do I farm jewelry? It's this content over here. It's Dragon. It's even, you would say, Wormwalk, right? Because Wormwalk also has it as a clear reward. Not always, but it does have it as a clear reward. For this content, it's a roguelike. So for example, over here, I'm on an expedition already. I can just hit continue expedition, and you will see automatically like, oh, that's what he means by roguelike. Look over here, a second, 99% of you will, there you go, see? Now 99% of you understand this content. You just pretty much start over here at camp, and you progress. I've already defeated this one. Now I keep going. I can just keep fighting these ones. I get like a clear reward, and after each fight, I pick up a buff. And I can take that buff, put it on my character, get stronger, and keep progressing this. Let's say I like die at the middle part. I have to restart and do better. I can also have like a shop. That's what the currencies are for. I can buy buffs, and then progress. That's the simple, super good content, but simple. Yeah, simply that is how this content is designed over here. It's mainly for gaining jewelry. It's also for getting this token over here, which can be used to trade basically for more rewards. I'm pretty sure it's in one of the shop tabs, right? But again, you can progress through this over here. As you get higher levels and everything, you do get harder content, that's obvious, but you also pick up now into the purple territory, into the legendary territory, into more legendary territory. For what it is a good content. It is definitely one to kind of take a look into. Again, you have to spend 60 RP for this one. I think that Wormwalks is like the only content you don't have to spend RP for, unless I'm completely wrong here. Because when I was clearing it, I didn't spend any RP. So I think that's how that works. Otherwise, I'm wrong completely. So just know that now. Could be wrong. Let me just see. Yeah, no, so I'm pretty sure we didn't have to spend RP for this one. So this is a good content to kind of go through. There is a finite amount of it. Definitely we'll see more in the future as they expand on it, but there is a finite amount, so there is no RP spent there. But jewelry, these 3 contents are, I guess, mainly altars not, right? Obviously speaking, this has a pretty good amount of it. And it's like the more constant way to farm it and a better way to farm it. You do have like the trees around the map, but really there's a limit to that. And I think that the first clear is like mainly enough for that content. This will keep giving you your craft materials and everything else associated. So that's what these 3 contents are. One's a roguelike. Just farm it, play it properly, get the buffs you need. I'd highly recommend, like from what I've played, play it with recovery buffs, because healing is like the biggest pain, and there are some buffs that can keep you topped up at all times to the point where you're like literally max HP constantly as fighting and such. So I would remain on those buffs. When it comes to Wormwalk, just do the missions properly, go through it. You won't really have too much of a trouble there. And then when it comes to Altar, it's a co-op content, try to aim for higher levels and such. But again, I do think that in order of, you know, your need, let's say you need jewelry, you start over here. Let's say you just need a content that, you know, you can do on the side, go to Wormwalk. It's pretty simple. You have plenty of time to do it too, and there's no cost or anything. But Altar, you need gear, that's where you get it. So pretty simple. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been it for me.